Hello everybody and welcome to Upside Down Shark Radio episode 7. I am one of your hosts. Never vague is Mr. Craig. This week I am joined by Mr. 100% attendance, Mr. All Good Paulwood. And Tom.
Hello there.
Probably need to think of a better nickname for you. But, the best Doctor Who fan, you don't like that, do you?
Everything about me is visual comedy, so this whole setup is wasted on me.
Okay.
But I can also be the guy who's known for doing all the shout-outs all of our social channels. So, Craig, you can follow us. Oh, God, I'm getting bad at this. At UDS Radio on Twitter, on Facebook, Instagram, on YouTube, at Upside Down Shark. You can listen to this podcast where all fine podcasts are found. So I'm talking Stitcher, iTunes, Castbox, TuneIn Radio, or if you want to listen to us on everything, why not head to UpsideDownShark.com where you can find all these links and more.
More? Like what?
I don't know, you built the website.
Okay, well.
Can you please add a tab just called More?
I will do that. And it links to a photo of one of us, which we don't like. What could it be?
Oh, there's a few of those. I have a picture of you literally upside down.
Oh, well, that's...
Which fits in with the theme of the podcast. You know, Upside Down Shark, Upside Down Craig. You are the shark.
So, you're the media guy, so we should be able to just say a social media platform, and you should be able to know it.
In what context?
The username of it.
Oh, no, I have to write all that stuff down, man.
So, if I just said Stitcher.
What about it?
What's our username on that?
I think it's just Upside Down Shark Radio.
Okay.
I think. It's all from the RSS feed, so, you know, like...
Okay. He's made it nice and easy. Okay. Everything is Upside Down Shark.
Everything Upside Down Shark all the time.
Except for the Twitter.
Yeah, it was already taken.
Okay. And the Twitch was taken as well. So don't follow twitch.tv/Upside Down Shark. That's some other guy.
I haven't even tried that yet. Have you tried that?
Yeah, I looked it up.
Really? Is there already an Upside Down Shark on Twitch?
Can you believe it? Oh, for God's sake. Great. Why can't you be like me and Paul and never swear?
Never swear?
Yes, thank you.
Never swear. Okay, I won't swear ever again.
Craig does the editing. He doesn't swear.
Happy Black Friday, everyone.
Woo! Have any of you bought anything in the sales?
I bought Wolfenstein, and I was going to buy that anyway.
Well, the first one or the second one?
The second one is down to £22. Last week it was £45.
Is it worth £22?
If you any console now, you can play the first level for free.
Oh, nice. And
you're in a wheelchair, and it's the best run and gun whilst in a wheelchair game. So based on that, I've went out and got it.
All one of them.
It's good. Like he's pretty maneuverable for a guy in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Fair.
So I'm ready to go home and kill some Nazis after this.
Sounds good.
Sounds good. Yeah.
Yeah, I picked up a butt ton of t-shirts off of the WWE Euro store.
Oh.
They were having a pre-Black Friday sale.
A butt ton, you say?
A butt ton. I got literally like 10 t-shirts, but they were about £3 each.
That is a really good sale.
For WWE merch, I got like several Enzo Big Cass t-shirts. I got a John Cena t-shirt.
Did you get any Fandango or Curtis Axel t-shirts?
I did not. There were none.
They weren't. You got to pay full price for them.
Exactly.
See,
yeah.
that's obviously
Right.
what that
They
is.
never go on sale.
I got a Goldberg t-shirt, and I got since the return of the Hardys, they've re-upped some of their classic shirts.
Oh.
So I've got the Fear is a 4-letter word.
So it must be easy for their marketing department in that, just like, you just run one of the old ones again.
Yeah, just run the
Just
old
change
shirts.
the logo.
People will buy them.
Yeah.
But isn't that just
So-
what the SNES Mini and the NES Mini is? It's like, our new
Basically.
stuff isn't doing very well. Let's go back to the vaults.
I mean, last year I would say probably, but the SNES and the Switch at the same time seems like everyone's just like,
Everything Nintendo all the time.
Yes.
And
Isn't
I'm
that
fine
how you
with
do
that.
it? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
I wish I could afford a SNES Mini on the resale market.
And apparently they're re-releasing the NES
Mm.
minis next summer. So
Yeah, that'd be good.
if you didn't
That'd
pick
be
one up, now's the time.
I think I might just do that.
What did you buy on Black Friday?
What did I buy? Funnily enough, nothing that nerdy, which is annoying because it's really boring to talk about. I bought a new record player.
I thought you slid into some DMs.
I bought some DMs, but again, what can you really talk about with shoes?
Wait, do people know DMs as Doc Martens?
Yeah.
I've never heard that before. Have you?
They were
Yeah.
known as DMs before direct messages were known as DMs.
See, I didn't know for ages that DMs meant direct messages.
So
I
what?
was just
I'm going to slide into your DMs.
I was just like,
They're my shoes.
I was just like, why would you want to put someone
they're
else's
sweaty.
shoes on? But that's
No,
because I'm old.
I heard
so.
them called docs.
DMs. They've always
Okay.
been DMs.
Okay.
Doc
Well,
Martens DMs.
Yeah.
No one ever calls them Dr. Martens.
I just had a good idea
Go on.
for a segment next week.
I'm excited. now.
How good of a millennial are you? There must be a quiz online about
we
that,
can
right?
make that.
Yeah.
We could.
I bet BuzzFeed have beaten us to it though.
Well, I think I'm probably a bad one.
Why?
I didn't know what DMs mean.
I suppose.
You
but-
said, "Do you want to do the casting that day?" And I was like, "Casting?"
Yeah,
thought
but
that
the
was
whole
recording.
DMs thing, I think, is more that you are a good millennial because you only know it as sliding into a private message rather than a pair of shoes. That sounds like something my mum would do.
I only knew it as shoes.
Yeah, so you're a bad millennial. Craig is the quintessential millennial.
I am. That's just. Can you not see from my neck beard and
Yeah,
my strange glasses?
And your fedora.
I told you not to mention that on here. Right. It's a very nice fedora, and it's only going to look good in pictures.
Exactly.
Not worth talking about. Why do you get a record player? Quintessential millennium.
Quintessential millennial. When do you think record players were invented?
Oh no, hipster. That's the one.
That's the one.
That's the one. Yeah.
Get your terminology right, scrub.
Is that bad?
I don't know.
I tell you, the one word which even I struggled, being the youngest member of Upside Down Shark Radio, is the word dank. I always just assume the word dank.
Yo, dog, that shit's dank.
No, I learned the word dank from Mo Sislak,
Exactly.
and it means grimy, horrible, nasty, dank pit.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't anymore. Dank means
does.
good. Dank means good now. If you say, oh man, that's dank, that's good.
No.
There is a South Park episode because we got to talk about Fast and Furious, Simpsons, and South Park in every episode.
Absolutely.
There's one where Chef is complaining that all the white people take all of the black people's
Flippity
work.
floppity floop.
Yeah, we got to get out of this flippity floppity floop. And then Mr. Garrison says it in later on in the episode, and Chef's like, "Oh hell no!" Like, it's good. It's every slang is either good or bad, and at one point in time it will mean good, and then eventually it will mean bad.
Yeah.
Or the other way around. Like sick. To say
Is
something is sick would originally mean it's ill or of poor health. Now if you say, oh mate, that's sick.
This is pretty much the Back to the Future heavy reference, when he keeps saying everything's heavy.
Yeah. Oh man, this is heavy.
And then the doctor's like, is the gravitational pull slightly increased in the future?
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
Just like all our jokes, they're about 20 years out of date.
Damn.
Yeah, see, that'll mean good soon.
What, out of date?
Yeah. Or just damn.
Why did you need a new record player?
Because, like all good aficionados of the vinyl medium,
Mm-hmm.
you want to have the best sound quality. And my old player, bless its heart, exactly, it's about 4 years old, and it didn't have a diamond tip needle. And frankly, what's the point?
What's the point in replacing it? You just buy another one.
What, a new needle? It doesn't fit onto this one. It was
Oh.
like it's essentially like a glorified toy one. Like he played records and everything, but it was very plasticky.
This one is authentic, Paul, because he was telling me this earlier. This is really authentic. Like, when you think about 70s, 80s, when record players...
Yeah.
Oh
Well,
yeah. Oh yeah.
What thing do you really want for an authentic record player?
Well, the first thing that jumps to mind is a giant cone, because...
Oh,
why
gramophone.
don't you just get a gramophone, Tom?
I looked at them.
Of course you did.
But
Very Bioshock.
you can't get them with Bluetooth, which, funnily enough, my record player has.
There's a niche in the market there.
He's got,
I have
Bluetooth gramophones.
I have a Bluetooth record player now, and I'm so excited. It comes in yellow. Of all places, I bought it at Urban Outfitters.
just the hipsteriest story I've ever heard.
Oh, mate, you don't know that half of my
So,
life.
just in case you feel lazy, which as a millennial we always will,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to be bothered to put on this record. Just connect Bluetooth and just listen to the record on your Apple Music or Spotify instead, right?
Well, no, because you still got to get up and put the record on the player.
No, you don't have to do it Bluetooth.
Yeah.
So you're on your phone. You connect your phone to Bluetooth. How does that involve getting up and touching the record?
Well, no, the record.
I think I broke Tom.
Oh, it doesn't take much. It will still play records. It's just rather than having built-in speakers or connected through a aux lead or something, it just connects up wirelessly to wireless speakers. So you still need to put the record on
Oh,
the
I
player.
thought it was a Bluetooth, like you connect your phone up and it plays.
No,
from
no,
your phone.
no.
Oh.
No, it's just that's wireless speakers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. That shut me up.
Exactly. Yeah.
What should we talk about this week?
Oh God, I don't know. What do you want to talk about? What's happened this week? We talked about Survivor Series with our predictions last week. I still haven't watched it, and it's been out about a week.
Do you remember your selection?
Vaguely. I think
We probably should have wrote that down.
I think I got most of them right. I think we said that we said that Enzo was going to win, and he did. We said that Brock was going to win, and he did. We said that Raw was going to win the men's Survivor Series tag match, which they did.
This is a very speedy run through.
I mean, it was as predictable as you'd expect it to be. It
was as predictable as a WWE pay-per-view.
It looked pretty good. Like, I'm not gonna lie. That's rustling that's a fruit pastels packet for anyone who's wondering, and it's really, really loud. Like really loud.
As usual, AJ Styles had a, for lack of a better term, phenomenal match.
Hey, that's what they say about him.
He's not called the phenomenal one for no reason.
I get it.
Cheers, Craig.
And to have a good match against Brock Lesnar is actually relatively difficult these days.
Oh, is he still champ?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But AJ managed to pull out, was it a 16-minute match?
Something like that.
Which against Brock Lesnar is about 15 minutes longer than most.
It's like an Iron Man match. And as usual, NXT completely blew it out of the water with War Games.
It always does.
It was so good. I actually watched that one live, and yeah, I can't believe we didn't talk about it the first time because it would have been way more interesting.
NXT usually is.
Like, how trust NXT to take the most garbage gimmick from WCW in War Games and make it
the
good.
multiple rings or the multiple
double ring.
Double rings
I
with
Vince
a cage.
didn't like double rings.
I don't think he has anything to do with NXT.
No, okay.
NXT's Triple H's territory.
Okay. Weird.
Yeah, Hunter Hearst took it upon himself to steal the weirdest gimmick from WCW, aside from... what celebrity did they have on a pole match? They had a Viagra on a pole match, didn't they? So that's the next step for NXT, the next pay-per-view.
So when's David Arquette going to be?
Oh, I think it's only a matter of time.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Wrestler of the Year 2017.
Speaking of David Arquette and like 90s weird wrestling, have you ever seen the film Muppets from Space?
No.
It's really good.
Muppets in space or from space?
It's one or the other. I watched it again recently, and I forgot how bizarre it is. It has Hulk Hogan playing Hollywood Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
So his heel gimmick is a bad, like, enforcer baddie guy. It has David Arquette as a evil scientist working for the same company. And it's just bizarre. Like, literally, I'm surprised that WCW and Vince Russo weren't, like, piggyback it, like, or funding this movie. It was...
What was that film with WCW wrestlers in, wasn't it? And the David Arquette film.
Yeah, that's why they did the...
that's why he won the belt.
Yeah, that's why they put the strap on him. I can't remember.
You say that, but even the WWE has a long history of using the Muppets for...
Yeah, isn't the Beaker, like, related to Sheamus?
Yeah,
or
Beaker
something?
and Sheamus are cousins.
Me. Fella. Yeah.
And Jack Swagger wanted to fight Kermit the Frog.
Yeah.
David Arquette is in this Muppets film.
Which one?
The Muppets from Space.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the whole point of my...
That was
what
the
I said.
link, Craig.
Oh my
Well,
He
God.
wasn't just going off on a tangent about the Muppets.
Like, was it me who fell
Friday.
asleep 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, that was you.
Yeah, now it's your freaking turn.
I was looking up Muppets from Space. Sorry. This
Can
does
we-
look like a good film.
Can we just talk about how good the Muppets are? Like, I keep forgetting how pretty much flawless that whole franchise is. Like, it goes pretty much Jurassic Park, Star Wars, the Muppets.
Wait, what? In terms of quality, you're
Yeah.
saying Star Wars have always had like this plane of quality?
Yeah.
I disagree with you there.
Well, fair enough.
I feel like the Muppets, because their characters can just take on any story, it seems a lot more honest and real. You know what I mean?
In what regard?
So they did Muppets Christmas Carol, didn't they? The
Yep.
Muppet Show, the
Yep.
Muppets from Space. Like,
Treasure Island.
they're just they're just characters put into different stories.
Yeah.
Whilst, Star Wars has been a bit up and down, isn't it? Really.
No, I don't know. I think it still levels out higher than pretty much anything else other than Jurassic Park.
But to be honest, the Muppets is the only way I will watch a musical.
It's time to play the music. It's time to
light
light
the
the
lights.
lights.
Let's
The
get
Muppets
this
are
stuff.
good.
Yeah.
Did you ever see the Sesame Street crossovers from time to time? They
No.
did. Yeah, they did
Yeah,
that
on
as well.
occasion.
Yeah, it's weird.
I know that the Prince
Weird.
Charles Theatre in London are doing a season of Muppet films next year. I think every weekend they're doing every single Muppet movie in order of release. I'm really tempted to do it.
That does sound interesting.
Yeah, we should do Upside Down Shark represent.
Represent
Yeah,
Muppets.
get the Muppets on board.
What is the best Muppets film?
Oh,
I like the Muppets movie, just the plain old
Well, the
normal
original-
one. No, the Jason.
the
Jason?
2011 one.
Yeah, that
Jason
was really
Segel.
funny. Really funny.
I didn't like it, to be honest. I think it was a little too Disney-fied because the Muppets have always had that little bit of extra cheek about them. That
They travelled by map. Did you not get that joke?
yes.
Okay.
But-
Just so.
Whereas, like, obviously Sesame Street was aimed directly at preschoolers. The Muppets was that sort of more, okay, we're going to start maybe, like, introducing you to innuendos and double entendres and everything. And it was just that little cusp of adult humour in a kid's show. And I think that Disney just sort of dulled that down a bit too much, in my opinion. I think, personally, obviously the Muppets started in the 60s or 70s with Jim Henson's TV show. And that's really good and it's aged really well. But I think the peak of Muppets was the 90s with like Muppet Treasure Island, Muppets from Space, and all these sort of ones, unfortunately made after Jim Henson passed away, but the ones that they picked up the mantle afterwards. I think that just as like a slice of history, they're really good.
So you're saying you want more adult jokes when you was watching it as a child and you didn't get the adult jokes?
Yeah, that sort of thing where you can go back and watch it and think, I didn't get that at the time, but that's funny.
Like Night in Museum, Spanking the Monkey.
Yeah, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Did you ever watch Ed, Ed and Eddie, the cartoon show?
I was just watching that the other day on some dodgy YouTube stream.
Did you hear that when they knew they were cancelled, they added a blowjob joke into the last series?
No, I didn't.
They were clearing some snow in like the driveway or something, and one of them says, "There's no job like a snow job. Get it? Snow job." And like one of the other characters blushes.
Oh, jeez.
It's like the famed last episode of Rainbow.
Yeah. Play with your twangers and juggle your balls or something like that.
I remember. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, I've only got a small twanger.
He's got a banana, doesn't he?
Yeah.
How many times can we peel it?
One skin.
2 skin, 3 skin.
A zippy.
Oh god! See, that's what I want with my Muppets.
Foreskin jokes.
Yeah, filthy humour.
Okay.
Make the Muppets adult again. An 18 rated.
You got your
Muppets film.
placards outside the Disney Corporation.
Exactly. Yeah.
So the next topic, I don't really want to talk about,
Okay.
but just in case, by the time this episode comes out, we're recording on Black Friday. When this comes out on Tuesday, maybe it would have changed again. I'm not sure I can go through this. You know, I had our senior producer, Michael Transactions, on the phone. And he wasn't happy by the way he was represented last week, right?
Oh, Cowboy Michael.
Yeehaw. Right, he gave me a phone call from Texas.
Ah.
He wasn't happy.
Had he lost Luke Crate?
So his son Luke Crate
Yeah.
ran off
Oh god.
because of the sadness. And we have to get this right this time. So, Star Wars Battlefront
Yes.
released early for EA Origins and what was the other? What were they called? EA Access
EA
and
Access.
Origins Access
One
on
of
PC. They since Monday. And
It was the next day.
It was the Friday. It was the day after we recorded. Like the morning I woke up to it
Yes.
and I was like, oh
So
god, we wasted an hour.
We covered this on. So they released it on Monday for EA Access. Tuesday, if you pre-ordered the game, the Ultimate Edition. Friday was just the regular bods
Yeah.
release date. 2 hour was it 2 hours or 1 hour before like a midnight release? That's when they said we're getting rid of it.
Yeah.
What the hell happened?
I'll tell you what happened. Disney freaked out that people were reporting that Battlefront had gambling in it, and they needed to clean up their image. So they were like on the phone to EA and said, "You need to stop this right now."
I heard, was it Disney? One of the Disney CEOs or something like
Yeah.
that did ring up EA and was like, "What's going on over there then?"
I was expecting a Mickey Mouse voice then.
Oh, I can't. Can I do?
What's all this about microtransactions?
There you go. See.
Oh,
No, I can't do it.
Wait for the cease and desist.
Yes.
Because that was such a good impression.
Yep.
So, what are we thinking? Have you heard of Colin Moriarty?
No.
He used to be a video game journalist, then went to history, and now he's doing like video game videos on the side,
Okay.
and he's just like, EA, you don't really trust them. Like, they make most of their money off sports games,
Mhm.
and they're not very good sports games, but because they have the licenses to like FIFA, no one else can make them. So they pretty much monopolise that market anyway. And they just keep trying to do all this weird stuff that's not consumer friendly, trying to take all your money, you know.
Yeah.
Why? Just because they can, because they're big and evil corporation, pretty much.
I think that's pretty much it. I think they've just tried to push it as far as they can go without this backlash and just seeing how much the community is willing to take. And I think they found that limit, and now they're like, okay, so next time we'll reel it in a bit, but they'll just do it more subtly. Because the thing is, they're not the only company to do it. Far from it. Like Ubisoft do it. A lot of the big major
Ubisoft's done it since, is it Black Flag number 4?
Yeah, but the thing is the EA are the worst at disguising the middle finger when they're doing it. They're the ones that they unabashedly just flip you off as they take all your money.
Yeah, as I said last week, like Ubisoft have been doing it, all the other companies have been doing it, but they do it on non-essentials, almost cosmetic upgrades.
With Assassin's Creed, like, it was it Unity tokens or something? Like, you can buy them, they're there, but you won't need to, because the normal progression of the game is so normal.
Yeah, it's
like
exactly,
a normal traditional
exactly
game.
what we were saying last week, is that it's been there, but there was no definitive, if you buy this now, you can beat the game easy.
Mm-hmm. It just seems like this whole, from what I've read, because I didn't buy the game, I actually know someone who ordered it online, and then was like, this game is bad, and phoned up Xbox and got a digital refund. So that's,
Really?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Lots of people have been doing that apparently.
Because the thing is that in their statement where they retracted the Michael transactions, they
He's going back in the box.
yeah, with his loot crate.
Yep.
They said it's only temporary, so
Temporary stop, until they figure it out properly.
which means that it's just a case of waiting until this all blows over, then reinstating it, because they haven't actually changed the core mechanics of the game. So you still have to grind 40 hours to unlock Darth Vader.
You just can't buy him quickly.
Yeah, you just can't bypass all that. So it's not like the game actually plays very well. And I was looking more into it. I personally haven't played it yet, but the main campaign, single player campaign, is literally the maps from the multiplayer repurposed.
Yeah, badly.
So it is the most shoddy attempt at basically trying to keep fan service alive.
Keyhole something.
Yeah, by the most minimal margins. And it's a shame, because the developers have made a really pretty game. Like, the actual game looks really, really good.
Gorgeous.
But it just isn't a very good game.
Like, yeah, just from the terms of normal progression, like you were saying, 40 hours?
Yeah.
Just normal, like, upgrades and stuff like that. If you have a Lando Calrissian, which is easy to unlock from the start, you also have to raise your player level separate from the Lando level, and you get random card drops.
I want to be on the Lando level.
You get random cards that, you know, I just want normal progression. Is that too much to ask for?
But the thing is that I think the amount of games I've played more than 40 hours on, I could probably count on one hand. I just don't have the time.
For the Wild.
Exactly. That's two of the fingers on that one hand. I just don't have the time to sink that much effort into a game. And it just... Who is going to be able to unlock Vader? Like,
there are some people that just love multiplayer games. There are still hundreds of thousands of people playing Overwatch.
I know,
as we speak,
and at least they do loot boxes and microtransactions and all their other family all very well.
They do, yeah.
Because it's all just cosmetic.
But EA balls this up big time.
Yep.
You just shouldn't trust them.
See, I wonder if they ballsed it up or if they planned on this, because they surely can't. They surely can't be that tone deaf. They must have known this was a contingency, and all I can think is that they knew. It's starting to dawn on them how expensive owning Star Wars from Disney's gaming rights are, and they're like, "Oh crap! Like, we've got to start making money from this, or we're going to start losing money." And this is the way they saw fit to go about it. And
maybe they were just like, "This is how we know we can get we're not actually going to charge anyone anything, but let's just, say we're going to at the beginning. get us some good headlines, and
They'll
then
be-
by
they'll
the
be
beginning,
talking about it,
yeah,
and then we'll issue the retraction just before the game comes
Yeah.
out, and everyone will buy it
and
because
they'll be talking about it. So you know,
they only have to pay for it once now.
I love the way you're doing Spider-Man, like wow, hands as you do it. I'm probably not going to play this game no matter how much they change it anyway. So
Yeah, unless there is some massive retraction or like we're sorry package.
we're so sorry.
Even then,
Sorry.
like I felt like we were burnt by the first one. We were promised so much with it, and then
Yeah,
got delivered so very.
it was a
little.
tech demo essentially.
It's when Ubisoft, because they're handling South Park. I think they have a grasp on the South Park franchise right now.
Yeah,
They released Fractured and mobile game Phone Destroyer.
yeah,
Pretty good. Like that's how you handle a franchise, I would say.
yeah.
And I guess Star Wars just is too big for EA, or they're taking it that way. I would say.
I think they had them on a 10-year license for EA to have all the games, and I think that runs out in when did Disney?
6 years now.
Yeah, I think it's not very long in the grand scheme of things. They've had it for almost half the time, but I would not be surprised at all if in that time Disney bought them out of their contract and
You
give the game
hear
rights.
what they did to get the rights. They had every EA studio working concepts and pitches for Star Wars games.
And that's what they made.
That's how they were just like, we just need to show anything to Disney. Let's show them all of our ideas, and
Ugh.
that's apparently. This
and
is
then they
first one.
still shut down Visceral Games.
Yes. Not
Ugh.
that you're bitter or anything. Dead Space was a good game, damn it.
I only played the first one.
Second one was good.
Yeah, it looked good.
Third one was
Good.
yeah. I saw a little film, low budget indie film.
Oh yeah.
Just involves like this billionaire guy. He's a bit of a vigilante.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he,
sounds very original.
yeah, he has this fear, a phobia, if you will,
Okay.
of a certain flying
Mammal.
mammal. Mammal? Yeah, mammal.
Yeah, mammal.
I think
Wow.
he's Man-Bat.
Man-Bat. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's not. Have you seen Man-Bat?
I have. It's
It's
ridiculous.
weird, yes.
Man, Batman,
Justice League.
Justice League,
Better than Superman versus Batman.
definitely.
No, that is the most original thought everyone's had, right? Have you seen it?
I have.
Have you seen it?
I haven't seen Batman vs Superman.
Okay. Well, you don't need to watch that anyway.
If you're gonna watch it, watch the Ultimate Edition. Strangely, the extra 15 minutes makes the film better.
Oh really?
So this bad film, what is it? 2.5 hours long?
About that.
If you put on more time, somehow it makes it better. Still haven't seen the Ultimate Edition.
The Ultimate
but
Edition, because it adds Clark Kent scenes, so it humanizes
an alien.
Superman. It makes him slightly more relatable as opposed to just being this bulletproof tank man.
Bulletproof Tank Man.
Yeah.
Is that a song name or is that a superhero idea?
Could be both.
Okay.
Could be a song about a superhero.
I may write him into my next.
So I think we're not going to go over anything too drastic here that people have already heard. It's more light-hearted. There are funnier bits in there.
Yeah.
Post-credit stingers.
Yeah.
Ben Affleck, I think he's nailed Batman in this film. Like,
And Bruce Wayne. Like
Yes.
he does both.
I think because he was in Batman vs Superman. He had a cameo in Suicide Squad.
Yep.
And I feel like he gets a lot more screen time in this film, and he's not mopey whiny. You bastard Superman!
Yeah,
You
he
killed all my
He actually
employees.
cracks a couple of jokes in this one.
Yes, yes. The best bit is when Superman was just like, "Well, you don't even like me," and he's like, "I don't not like you." Like
Yeah.
that was good. I could see the Josh Whedon-ness
Yep.
of the film.
Yeah.
The humor did help, I think, because I feel like for superhero films, the real world is pretty grim anyway right now.
Yeah. But at the same time, there's banter.
Yes. You can have, because like Theresa May and Jeremy Corbyn, they know the country's going to pot, and every now and again they do little quips at each other, right?
Yeah.
Oh, but that just infuriates me.
Why does that infuriate you?
Because
That they
it's
have
not,
personality.
oh, it's not because it's not like a film where you know it's not real, the stakes aren't real, so you can have a bit of fun. When there's genuinely people's lives on the line and whatnot, you kind of don't want them to take it too too lightly. You kind of want them to, rather than like take gentle rips, like say, hang on, why don't we work together?
You just saw Thor 3, did you not? Ragnarok.
Certainly did.
Okay.
As did I.
Does that statement not connect with what you just said?
No, because I want my superhero movies to have banter. I just don't want to have banter in real life.
Oh, okay, I know. Everyone's picking on me.
No, that kind of band's
Oh,
fine.
okay.
That's fine. That's top bands.
Top bands.
But yeah, Thor Ragnarok's fantastic. You were
Is
right. Korg is my new favourite Marvel character.
Is he an original film character? Or is
I'm
he...
not sure.
I believe he is.
He's a good character.
He is.
He had more characterization in that one film than Jane Porter did.
Yep.
Is it Jane Porter or Jane Foster?
Foster, I think.
Foster.
I
Natalie
Natalie
Portman.
Portman.
There we go.
There we go.
Thor Ragnarok is a good film. It's
Yeah.
better than Justice League, I would say. Would you agree?
That's good to know.
Different strokes for different folks.
Yeah, I would say so, because it's obviously Thor Ragnarok is almost wall-to-wall banter for the entire film.
Even Loki gets a few good, quips in.
But just
Yeah,
Jeff Goldblum
Jeff Goldblum's
playing Jeff
magnificent.
Goldblum.
Like, Hulk's butt is weird.
Hulk's butt is weird. What?
It's-
I don't get it.
Did you notice the scene with Hulk? He's
Oh, he's naked.
completely
Yeah,
naked.
yeah,
It's just
that's
a butt.
weird.
It's just a green butt.
Just a green. Everyone's got one, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, mine's not green, but
I would hope not.
But it was one of those things I never like to quote Thor. That is in my head now.
yeah.
Oh, I want to see the outtakes of that film because I bet they're pretty good.
Well, most of the script was improv apparently and ad-libbed. Apparently they had a brief, vague structure
Mhm.
where they had to hit certain beats, but aside from that, it was all ad-libbed.
No, that's good.
And you can tell it's really, really, really fluid and nice.
But it depends how good you are at
Well, yeah,
ad-lib and
you
improv
have
as
to-
well.
you have to have chemistry with
Yeah.
the people you work.
Well, I think it
with.
helps
This-
that most of the characters have been in the same films for about part of a decade now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, but this is why the Ghostbusters films are regarded as so good, because the banter flows loosely.
And why our podcast is so good. Ha 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 ha. Please laugh.
Because Thor and Justice League are two films I would be like, I wouldn't mind seeing them again at the cinema, which is rare for me because
Yeah,
I did like them.
Jason Momoa was phenomenal.
Yeah, he's a good.
Like, you can't wait for Aquaman. It's gonna be.
It's gonna be a good. Do you know I nerded out the biggest in Justice League? You don't really care about spoilers, do you?
Not at all,
Just-
no.
So they.
Spoiler alert!
It's about the mother boxes, which are these three cubes that when they go together, they have big energy.
So essentially a cross between the Tesseract and the Infinity Stones.
Or the cube from Transformers.
Okay.
And when they all come together, massive energy and destruction and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
They did a flashback to when they first got the cubes together. And the Green Lantern Corps
Yep.
were there. And I just shivers down my spine. Looked to my girlfriend. I was like, it's the Green Lantern! Like that. And just the biggest nerd in the whole cinema. I was so excited for that.
So did you like the Ryan Reynolds
Not really.
Green Lantern
not
movie?
really. No, because that's what I was thinking. I was like, I can't wait for a proper Green Lantern film. Oh, yeah, that Ryan Reynolds one. Yeah, that was...
Oh wait.
Yeah, I still haven't seen it.
Don't.
You don't need to watch that.
All I know is that one scene where he's
Even-
like, I know, right?
Even Ryan Reynolds didn't like that movie.
Yeah, he's had a pretty
It wasn't-
up and down
it
track
wasn't
record of superhero movies.
It wasn't his fault. Like, was it?
No.
Green Lantern.
He was
said.
okay in it. The
Mhm.
rest of the movie was garbage.
I don't know.
Don't watch that Green Lantern film.
I won't.
Just
Everyone gets a second
just-
chance.
Just watch Deadpool again. It's fine.
I
Yeah.
probably will.
Chris Evans was the Human Torch.
Johnny Blaze.
Yeah, now he's Captain America.
Or was it Johnny Storm?
But
Johnny Blaze
to be
is
fair-
Ghost Rider.
Johnny Blaze 420.
Blaze, Blaze, Blaze.
To be fair, Chris Evans nailed both roles.
Yeah. But, like, Johnny Blaze Firestorm, wherever his name is.
Fire Penguin
Johnny
Disco
Storm.
Panda.
Yep, that's the one. He was just like young stud, and Chris Evans was able to do that pretty well
Yeah,
at the time. Anyway,
At the time, he had virtually no muscle mass.
yeah. Now he's like, I wouldn't say Chris Evans is plain, but I think he's carved out what he knows he can do.
Yeah.
Definitely.
He's really good in Scott Pilgrim as well, even though it's a brief cameo where he plays the ex-boyfriend who's like the film star.
Yes, because also Superman.
Brandon Routh,
Yeah, he is.
the level 5 vegan.
Yes, the Lego fight. Yes, and then now he plays in DC superhero. Was it?
Isn't he the Flash or something?
No,
like
he's in
It's in one of the
Heroes.
series.
Is it Heroes of Tomorrow? Was it
Legends of Tomorrow?
Legends of
That's
Tomorrow?
it,
That's
yeah.
it.
'Cause
Yeah,
isn't
where
it
he
the-
plays like a weird Iron Man sort
Isn't
of
it
event.
the one from Doctor Who as well? Like the assistant of the assistant, who's
The assistant of the assistant.
the boyfriend of
Or
the
Mickey.
ginger one?
Can I just remind everyone you're listening to Upside Down Shark, the premium
Pop
culture
culture.
podcast.
Yeah,
Where
we know our
Where
stuff.
we describe things as that guy from that thing.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that one.
Yeah. See, we're relatable.
Jesus
None of us are
Christ.
perfect.
But strangely, most people know what we're talking about.
I want
Exactly.
a Green Lantern film so bad, guys.
Maybe we should make our own.
It can't be worse.
Do you know, right, how
Okay.
it is so strange to try and get your head around the Green Lantern, like just the rings themselves?
I know nothing about the lore of Green Lantern.
I've read them for quite a few years, and I still don't fully understand all of it. It's bizarre.
So what is I don't think we've really discussed this. What is your favourite comic book? Either character or series or whatever.
A Red Hood and Batman. Yeah,
All right.
those two.
So you're more of a DC boy.
Yeah, I like the Marvel films because I think they're good. The comic from Marvel I liked was Spider-Man and Superior Spider-Man.
Yeah, the one with Doc Ock as
Yeah.
thingy.
Because I had the Marvel
Spider-Man.
Unlimited, and I pretty much just read all Spider-Man ones.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's good. What about you, Paul? What have you got a soft spot for in the world of comic books?
See, some of mine are a little more obscure. Obviously,
Yeah, alright.
one of my.
He calls me the hipster.
When it comes to comic books, mine are proper hipster.
All right.
Obviously.
can you say, like, have you heard of this one? And we'll say yes or no.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
obviously, Judge Dredd,
Yep,
Of course.
I've heard of that one.
Judge
standard.
Dredd? Okay.
But genuinely, one of my favorite comics was Hit Monkey.
I've read Hit Monkey on your suggestion.
And
Okay.
was it not phenomenal?
It was really good.
Okay.
It's really good. Have you read Hit Monkey,
I've
Craig?
never even heard of.
Paul, enlighten Craig on Hit Monkey.
He's a hitman,
Okay.
and he's a monkey.
Okay. There you go. I mean, simple but effective.
Yeah, his arch nemesis is Bullseye,
Okay.
which is double great because he's my favorite villain of
Is
all
he a
time.
bull?
No, he's Bullseye.
Okay.
He's in the Daredevil movie. The
Yeah. I know
Colin
that one.
Farrell. I almost say Colin Firth. That'd been cool.
Oh, yeah. But like, why can't he be a bull with one eye if the Hitman's a hit and a monkey? You know.
But
It's a
Hit
very
Monkey's
literal
been
comic
in. There was a crossover with Daredevil and Spider-Man. Deadpool and Spider-Man,
Mhm.
featuring Hit Monkey,
Okay.
and
Is he a Marvel character?
yeah,
Okay.
he's
I've
a
never
Marvel.
heard of him.
He doesn't pop up too often, but yeah, he came in. He had a fight with Deadpool, and Deadpool freaked out because he was a monkey.
Okay.
But like he's like shooting guns, and then he jumps up to the ceiling, holds on with his hands, drops the guns, picks them up with his feet, and carries on shooting.
That sounds good.
It's phenomenal. It's
Actually,
genuinely worth
why
a read.
he would be a good hitman.
if you can get your hands on Hit Monkey.
Is it not in the archive sort of Marvel Unlimited sort of thing?
I don't actually know. I bought them on release,
What year was that?
probably about 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah, it wasn't that long ago. It sounds like something should be in the 70s.
Does Walking Dead count as a comic book? Because I usually read them as the graphic novels.
I would expect its origin was in comics. So
Yeah. Then that
the
is.
comic book is still ongoing.
I do. Yeah, it was weird. I was reading that before I went to university, and I'm still reading it now. And it just, I'm not sure if I was doing something for that long, I'd be able to keep going. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm just waiting for the end of the series when he wakes up and it was all a dream.
Oh god! They already did an Invincible part ending. Have you seen that?
No.
There's one bit where he gets hit in the head, and you know Invincible, the comic book,
Yeah.
is about a guy who's invincible. He gets hit in the back of the head, Rick Grimes, and then he wakes up, and then he's in the same place, but then all of a sudden they're abducted by aliens. Like, it's this, because I think they're made by the same people.
Mm.
So he just suddenly abducted by aliens,
Oh, really?
and then there's this whole side plot, which is like non-canon, but very funny.
Yeah. No, with The Walking Dead, like I've never been a fan of the series personally.
What, TV?
Yeah,
Or-
TV series
Oh,
Walking
okay.
Dead. It was just more. It always felt more like EastEnders or Coronation Street, but
It
with
is a
the-
bit soapy in
with
it.
the occasional zombie. And
That's what it's about, characters.
I basically stopped watching altogether when they killed Shane, because he was the only character that made any sense to me.
Is he Rick at some point turned into Shane because Shane had seen the zombie world
Yeah.
and Rick didn't understand at the time, but he killed Shane anyway.
Shane was the only one making any logical decisions.
What?
Carl!
So you're saying that was more like a soap opera, but you still like wrestling?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's to me that's a stunt show.
I would say it's a soap opera for men. That's how I
It's a
always
soap
describe
opera.
it.
So
Yeah,
sexist.
it's a stunt show wrapped in a soap opera.
With the occasional off-script injury and stuff like that.
Or Chris Benoit.
Because I can happily watch a wrestling match without any context.
Okay. If it's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah. No one wants to see a bad wrestling match.
But you don't want to see any wrestling matches anymore.
Oh, but if it was a good wrestling match, then I would watch it. But there's nowhere for me to see these good wrestling matches because I don't live in Japan.
Well, we
Yeah.
could do an old watch of Wrestle Kingdom next year in January. I
Yep,
think we
definitely
worked out
watching
the UK time is about
It's about 10 a.m.
Yeah,
I think.
mid morning. It's not.
Mid-morning. Oh, that's just so non-committal.
Yeah,
Get up, have a bit of a line,
yeah. Have a
make
bit
some bacon and eggs, and then
of eggy bread.
Watch
Wa-
some
watch-
morning wrestling.
Watch a bit of the Tokyo Dome. Oh, we could do a little live stream of our reactions.
oh,
I can't tell if you're being racist or not.
that was that. That's I would not be right. Everyone's equal, even you.
Oh, thanks.
It's not going to be the same watching Wrestle Kingdom without JR's commentary though.
My God, I don't know that guy's name. Is that what it's like?
Yeah, pretty much.
I wouldn't they. There was one where they weren't given any notes, like on any of the matches or anything like that, and that person's just been pinned. But the match is still going on. What is going on here? The referee has counted the 3, but I just don't know.
Well, he kept referring to Cody. Cody Rhodes. That's Cody Rhodes, which is owned by the WWE.
Oh, he's just Cody, isn't he?
Yeah, he's just Cody now,
Yeah.
and so there's like this whole hashtag "Give me my name back" sort of thing.
Wait, yeah, because that's not, what's his real name?
Cody Reynolds.
Oh,
Reynolds,
yeah.
sorry.
Because Brandy still can be Brandy Rhodes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that in a poster. I was very confused.
Mm.
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
Anything else? We haven't said what we've done this week. Do you want to?
Well, we just talked about Black Friday instead.
Well, I don't feel like that represents the week as a whole. Do you?
Well, it feels like it does now. It goes on for like 2 weeks.
We've sort of been segueing between things we've done this week.
What have you
But
seen
we-
this
we-
week?
We really planned this ahead. I've seen Thor Ragnarok, but we've already bloody talked about it.
You shouldn't be a few weeks too late.
Oh yeah, true. I finished watching Strange Things. That was good.
I haven't seen it.
I've not started watching.
Okay,
the
so-
second series.
Guys, Craig, watch series 1 and series 2. It's amazing.
To be fair, I am currently wearing a Stranger Things T-shirt,
Yep.
But
sort
you
of,
haven't seen it yet either.
but I haven't seen the second series.
So what we're saying is, me and Paul watch the good stuff, right, and then we talk about it, and then you can do whatever you want to do, Tom.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah, but no, it's really good. There is one episode which is really ropey where 11, the girl, it is just her wandering off, so none of the other cast of the kids or Winona Ryder or any of the other actors are in it. That one really suffers from the lack of the ensemble because
Okay.
it really is. They are the Goonies of the 21st century.
Oh yeah.
But aside from that, it's as good as Series 1. And that is high praise because I really, really enjoyed Series 1.
Series 1 took a little while to get into, I will admit, but the first couple of episodes,
I
I was
think
just
every series needs, to get every new thing to get off his feet,
I think
get it established.
the only series which has gripped me from the first second of the show was Lost because that pilot is phenomenal.
yeah, but that
You-
wavered towards the end.
Yeah, did
Yeah,
you
that
watch
just
the whole thing?
Yeah,
Enjoy all of it?
I enjoyed it. I can objectively say it was a bad ending.
Okay.
But the thing is the Lost's appeal was its character arcs and development aside from the actual story progression.
More like lost interest.
Hi-yo.
So where did you watch Stranger Things?
On Netflix.
Okay. This was a setup. You don't have to sound so confused.
Okay.
On Netflix, you say? Paul, have you watched anything on Netflix recently?
I have been spending my week watching Netflix.
What have you been watching?
I have been watching Netflix.
See, we do make it sound so natural, these conversations.
I know, right?
Improv and, ad-lib. Anything in particular on Netflix?
I have been watching Punisher on
Okay.
Netflix.
Punisher.
I have seen about 5 episodes.
I have finished the entire series.
Is it good?
It is fantastic.
Why?
Because the Punisher.
Okay.
John Bernthal, perfect portrayal of Frank Castle.
Mm-hmm.
Like all aspects of. He's got a terrifying scream.
Huh.
Like when he gets proper angry, and he just does that.
I mean, I'm terrified.
The first episode is just him for a good 20 minutes, like hitting a wall with a sledgehammer. Like,
Without speaking.
yeah, he doesn't speak. Some colleagues around him make fun of him. And for like the first 20 minutes, that's pretty much all you see. And,
He gets called a hipster twice.
That's, yeah.
Maybe I'm the Punisher.
He actually says, I shaved. I kept being called a hipster. I hate those guys. Like that.
I hate hipsters too.
That's such a hipster thing to say.
I know.
Yeah, he still had his hair and beard from the filming of Sweet Virginia. So.
Sorry, just as a segue, just because I can't think of a better time to say it. Justice League. You know how Henry Cavill had the mustache?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
CG
Removed.
removed.
Apparently,
Is it as bad as it looks?
At the beginning of the film, it looked like his face was a Snapchat filter.
Oh, that was weird. Yeah, because they didn't mention Henry Cavill in it at all, and everyone knew he was going to be in it, and then just straight up.
Well, to be fair,
bam.
he was at the premiere.
I know,
That
but
kind of gives it away.
I know, but in marketing and stuff like that, he's
Yeah.
not in the poster. It was weird just the way they handled it.
Yeah.
Then the first bit is he's on a kid's phone.
Basically,
Yeah, they're
he's
recording
just
him.
done something, and these kids are
Saved
asking
a
him a
cat from a
question.
tree or something,
Yeah, they're just like, "What's your favorite thing about being a superhero?"
and then he just goes.
Mustaches.
Apparently, Warner Brothers asked Paramount, can he just shave his mustache off because it's cheaper for you to CGI a mustache on him, and they said no because they were just like, you can have him to film some extra bits, but we want that mustache. I honestly kept looking out, and I couldn't see the bits that were Joss Whedon influenced, probably the more light-hearted bits, I'd say. And I couldn't see the bit where he was mustached out. Like,
Oh,
it would have been.
Maybe
well,
I could have a mustache if we ever do a video version of this podcast one day.
right, okay.
Can you CG on a mustache?
We'll
for
just
me?
put green plasters over your
I'm
mustache.
pretty sure there's a
would be-
Snapchat filter for that.
Yeah, that's actually easier. Yeah.
Can you CG on a mustache and then CG it off again with a different technique?
And then you just have brown skin, like where this patch of mustache would be.
Oh no!
Jeez.
Oh, you can tell we're doing this a day later, and we're all really tired.
It's been a long day.
It has been a long day.
It has.
But going back to you saying obviously you were watching, like, you loved Lost and all that.
I do love Lost.
Brian-
We're all over the place. We are, aren't
Yeah.
Yeah, we are.
TV. Brian K. Vaughan is involved in a new Marvel series,
Oh.
Runaways.
Oh yeah,
The
I've
first
heard
3 episodes of that have
this
dropped.
somewhat.
I have not heard any of this.
I would say Runaways is a relatively obscure comic to have made into a series.
Okay. Is it Fox or
It's
Netflix
on
or
Hulu, I
ABC?
believe.
Hulu.
Yeah.
I wonder what, because Disney and Marvel have their stuff all over the place now. It seems like
Yeah, they're just whoring it out everywhere.
money, 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 money.
Yeah.
I have a quick offhanded question. How long do you think it will take before we get bored of Star Wars? If we get a film every year, how many
Yearly
years?
Star Wars. It depends if they keep the quality up. Like,
I reckon maybe near the end of Ryan Johnson, we might start to get a bit fed up. But I'm sure I'll love them and watch them anyway, because I'm an idiot.
I mean, I'm gonna watch it for the end of time. And,
Okay.
like, I will never ever get bored of Star Wars.
Maybe you'll write a Star Wars film in your lifetime.
I hope so. That'd be really cool, actually. Maybe we should do
you
that.
have to start writing first time.
What is The Runaways about?
The Runaways is about a group of high school kids
Okay.
whose parents are involved in some shady stuff.
Okay.
I'm 2 episodes in at the moment, and basically episode 1 is a series of events that happens from the kid's perspective,
Mm-hmm.
and then episode 2 is the same series of events but from the
That's cool.
parents' perspective.
That sounds good. So like you see like a kid walk past or something like that because they were doing their
Yeah, you
point of
see,
view,
you see stuff that happens in episode one.
It's like
You
a
just-
kid throws a pie on the floor and then runs off, and then the parent comes back. It's like, who
Yeah.
who put the pie on the floor?
You see in there episode one, it's like, I have no idea what is going on, and
Oh.
then episode two, you're just like, that makes more sense.
Oh, it's like sort of quasi cliffhanger.
Modo.
Yeah.
Yeah, Quasimodo cliffhanger.
But there's
Write it to the song list.
It's like one
Okay.
of the kids is developing some super strength power,
Okay.
and in true Marvel fashion, there's a velociraptor in a cage that you've been hinted at, like you've seen his eyeball glimpse. He genuinely looks like one of the Jurassic Park velociraptors as well.
Okay, so not a real velociraptor.
What do you mean?
Real velociraptors don't look like they do in Jurassic Park.
I thought they were real.
Okay. I genuinely could not tell the sarcasm there.
That's really good sarcasm. Or really bad sarcasm.
I mean, everything you say sounds sarcastic, so you're the expert.
Because usually I'm just like, nah, Tom, I dig it. I like your drive and your passion. And he's like, I can't. Are you being serious?
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, take a compliment. God.
Okay.
Okay.
But yeah, 2 episodes in seems relatively sound. Like I want to watch episode 3. I want to find out what's going on. So obviously, like I said, Brian K. Vaughan's involved. Lost was good. Saga is.
Saga, going back to comic books, is my favourite comic book of all time. Everyone should read it.
Came back round.
I know.
I bought that for someone actually for Christmas.
Oh, did you? You
Yeah.
should buy it for yourself as well.
Maybe not.
Oh, maybe you should.
One of my favourite hobbies, apart from comics, is video games. And I was going down a deep rabbit hole of them. I was just, when you sit down and you're like, I'm going to play a game.
Yeah.
And you don't know what that game is. So you end up just milling about here and there.
Yep.
I did that. So I got GTA 4 on the Xbox One back compat. Played that for about 20 minutes. We're like, Ballad Gay Tony isn't doing it for me right now. It looks a bit, it doesn't.
It's a big game.
I
looks-
did not like GTA 4.
What, any of it?
It was more the controls were just whack.
They went a lot more realistic. And then I think for 5 they pulled it back a bit.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
it was more the control set just didn't work for me, so I didn't play the game.
When you're drunk and you call for a taxi, he shouts yellow car. That's good. Come on. But that game, I don't think holds up very well graphically. It
No.
looks a bit
It's a bit
ugly.
dated now.
Yeah. And then I went for Lumines. Anyone heard of that?
Nope.
Lumines.
Lumines? Lumines?
It's a PSP port.
It was on the Xbox 360 as well.
Yeah.
They had Lumines, Lumines
I
live.
thought it was called Lumines.
Yeah, it's one of those words you don't know. You've always seen it, and they never say it, do they?
No.
So I used to call it Lumines as well.
Yeah.
But I want to sound more French because it's from Ubisoft, isn't it?
Lumine.
Luminaire. What? You were going to say something?
No, I'm enjoying this.
Then I played Bit Trip Runner 2.
Never heard of
Okay. It's a really good game. That's all I'm going to say. You can probably pick it up for like £2.
Is it some indie garbage?
It is indie rhythm brilliance.
So is it like DDR but for your fingers?
No, I'll show you it. It's hard to explain.
On a scale of 2 worlds to
Okay.
everybody's golf,
Okay. When you say 2 worlds, what do you mean?
The
the
game.
worst game ever made.
Okay.
I never played that. Was it that
it
bad?
was actual garbage.
So, okay, Bit Trip Runner is you play as what's his name? I think it's Captain Commodore, and basically it's a platformer, but the jumps it just auto runs, and you have to jump and slide and
Okay.
punch, and you got to do it. And every time you do it, it's in time to the music. So like you jump in time to the music, or
Oh,
punch
okay.
in time to the music, and as you progress, you get power ups, and the song fills in more
Nice.
throughout the whole level, and I like it.
Like a fightier version of Parappa the Rapper.
Yes, very good. I would say that is a
You
good
just
reference.
gotta believe.
I platinumed Fractured Butthole,
Nice.
and then I started Guardians Telltale series.
Okay.
And it's weird because the voices are voicer likes, so they're okay characteristics, but then the soundtrack is like they license 2 songs per episode, sort of,
Yeah.
and it's not exactly like what the film is. And I'm into episode 2, and I'll probably complete it by the next episode, and I'll let you know what it's like, Paul, because I know you love your Guardians. So I'll let you know whether or not it's worth your time.
Can't wait for Infinity War.
Yeah, Chris Pratt and Spider-Man together.
That's actually going to be amazing.
I saw the making of films and I was like as excited as I saw Green Lantern in Justice League. I just thought I played lots of games and would mention it.
Interesting.
Yeah. And you're still playing Breath of the Wild or something?
Nope.
Have you got Doom yet?
Switch Doom.
Not Switch Doom. I've reviewed it. Haven't got it.
You probably shouldn't admit that on...
It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm just still plowing through Doom. Haven't had a chance to really pick up anything else. I really want to get Skyrim for the Switch because I never actually played it the first time round.
Oh.
I'm a big fan of Fallout, but I've never really got on with the whole fantasy aesthetic. I've been always more of a fan of the sci-fi vibes. But
I've purchased Skyrim twice and never really... Maybe in 3 times and never really...
As a PSVR headset owner, have you played Skyrim VR yet?
No, I hear it is very good.
Yeah.
Kotaku reported that the article line was, I threw up playing Skyrim and I still want to play more. So, yeah.
I've heard mixed things. I've heard that it suffers from...
up closeness.
Yeah.
The models are nasty.
Yeah,
but
it's
look up
dated.
in the sky and the vistas are nice and stuff.
And there's bad draw distance because obviously, is it 90 frames per second VR or something higher?
I've
because obviously the game's like 6 years old now.
It is a pretty old game. It runs on the Switch. Like,
yeah, exactly. You probably get it on your phone soon.
They're not happy that they've released it everywhere.
Well, you can definitely get it on your phone because Razer have released a phone.
Yeah, and they got everything. Like they
Razer.
just want any game on there, don't
Razer
they?
gaming phone,
Yeah, I heard they put Metal Gear Solid 2 on that recently.
Yeah.
Never played that.
I might look into it because the Black Friday PlayStation VR is $250 for Skyrim included as well, so that's pretty nifty.
Yeah, but aside from that, is it actually worth it? Like for £250, am I going to get £250 worth of use out of a VR headset?
Well, that's depends on every person, doesn't it?
Yeah, I suppose.
See, I have never played Skyrim.
For what reason?
Just never did.
But have you ever played Fallout?
For about half hour before I got bored.
The way he said, but you're a nerd, you like dragons. How come we didn't play Skyrim?
What's the difference between Skyrim and MTG?
MTG.
Magic the Gathering.
Oh, okay.
I just never got around to playing Skyrim. It's just one of those.
It's a time drain.
I completed Fallout 3 once. Didn't go back to it very well.
Again, played it for about half hour before I got bored.
That is a game that has not aged well.
The same with 4 though. I tried again with Fallout 4. Played it for about half hour. Got really bored. Stopped playing.
Just better shooting from what I heard.
Yeah.
Aren't we being positive today?
Yeah, well, at least no more celebrities have come out to be kiddie fiddlers.
Kiddly fiddly.
Kiddly, howdy diddly. Why can't we all be as nice as Ned Flanders? Because hens love,
Roosters.
geese love,
Ganders.
everyone else.
Paul, you had loads of topics lined up. Got any more left for this week?
There was the going back to, obviously we talked about Justice League earlier. You had talk of the Batman standalone movie not being Ben Affleck.
Okay.
Yeah,
because they said their extended universe might have different actors.
Yeah.
I could see actors being busy and stuff like that.
So I mean, the rumored is Jake Gyllenhaal for Batman.
I'm not sure about that.
I mean, his sister already single-handedly destroyed the Batman film she was in.
Oh, really? Is that? Yeah. Wow. Okay.
What, The Dark Knight?
Yeah.
She's in.
Maggie Gyllenhaal.
Yeah, she's not that bad.
Right. Wait. So, do you not remember her pivotal scene?
Yeah. It's okay, Bruce.
No.
No, whatever Aaron Eckhart's name was, Harvey.
No.
What scene?
Wait. What character does she play?
The one that Katie Holmes plays in the first one. Rachel.
Does she play
Rachel Dawes. Rachel Dawes.
She doesn't play Talia al Ghul.
No, that's someone else.
Okay, because that is the worst acting in any Batman film I've ever seen.
Yeah,
the Talia al Ghul bit.
Dark Knight Rises is rubbish. Dark Knight is one of the best superhero movies of all time.
Dark Knight Rises is okay.
Dark Knight Rises.
Yep. It's okay.
I've watched it once and I've had no compulsion to watch it again.
The ending's good.
I cannot sit through The Dark Knight.
Why?
It is terrible movie.
It's not. You are
being you are-
contrary.
Contrary.
No one in it is acting up to their potential.
I value your opinions.
What? Even Heath Ledger?
His potential of never having been in anything watchable
A
ever.
Knight's Tale.
Yeah.
Made
and
good by Alan Tudyk.
10 Reasons I Hate About You. Or 10 Things I Hate About You.
He sings pretty well in that
Yeah,
film.
it does. And it's got Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
He's also very
I
good.
don't think I've ever enjoyed Heath Ledger in a movie.
Not even his portrayal as the Joker. You didn't like that.
To be honest, I don't even think I got that far.
It's got Michael J. White in it as well.
It's a slow build-up, but it's good.
Like, Christian Bale was just awful.
I humbly disagree. And when I say
Yeah.
humbly, I mean violently.
I respect your opinion, but subjectively,
This is a bone of contention with everyone I know. Like,
then you must be wrong.
I just... well, no, I'm not saying... I didn't like the film.
Okay.
The film was...
Are you
obviously
sure? Are you
wasn't-
sure you're not confused? Are you sure you're not confusing it with
Michael
another
Keaton
film?
was okay, yeah, for that era and time, but you know,
I'm all about Clooney, mate.
No.
Look.
I can't tell if you're trolling
let's
or not.
let's just edit this out. Paul has never been on the podcast.
Yeah.
It was all a figment of everyone's imagination.
Just cut him so that it sounds like he's saying, I love The Dark Knight.
Whilst you tried to sound cut up, you just ended up more like Stephen Hawking.
The most cut up dialogue ever.
Ever. So okay,
So-
let's rate Batman's.
Yeah.
I was so worried what you said there for a minute.
Well, we can rate something else if you want to.
I didn't think you said
Let's
rate.
let's see who the real man is around here. Drop those trousers.
I didn't think you said rate.
Okay.
What order are you going in? Best to worst, worst to best, or
Uh,
just favorite Batman?
Let's all do this. Well, let's say where should we? Let's start at the beginning. Who was the first one? Adam West.
Adam Wee.
Adam Wing.
Who is this Adam? You can't just stop fiddling, can you?
I'm sorry that I'm fiddling with my thing.
Adam West. He's okay. He did what he does well.
I would say he's top tier.
He was the Batman of the time. Like, if you look back at the comics, then that is what Batman was. He wasn't a dark, brooding. He was a detective in a batsuit.
He was
And
campy.
Some days you just can't get rid of a bomb.
Okay. Or a shark.
Yeah, the shark repellent bat spray.
And they're saved by the noble manatee.
I don't get it.
He's literally a manatee sacrifices itself to get in the way of a torpedo to save Batman and Robin.
Oh.
And so he thanks the sacrifice of the noble manatee.
They did animated with Adam West
They
one
did.
recently as well, didn't they?
Yeah,
How
it
was
was
that?
the last thing he did.
Yeah, he's passed away
Because
now,
it's got
hasn't
Shatner in it as well.
he? Yeah.
That's the most recent one. There's two animated ones with Adam West and Burt Ward.
Okay, so I've found a way to make this easier. Business Insider ranked everyone who's played Batman from
No, they're going to do it wrong.
from. It says best to worst, but I think it's worst to best because George Clooney is the first one. So
Unless they're trolling.
George Clooney, and it's a picture of him with the bat nipples.
Nice.
Are we all in agreement?
Worst.
Worst.
Yep.
Lewis G. Wilson from Batman TV show. That is very
the
bizarre.
Early.
I have literally never heard of this.
Okay.
I couldn't pass
World
comment
War
on
II Batman.
Robert Lowry from Batman and Robin TV show.
Well, the one from the 90s.
Nope.
Oh, God.
49.
Never heard of these
Again,
guys.
I couldn't pass comment.
Will Arnett. The Lego Batman movie.
Top tier.
Top tier.
He's
You disagree?
hilarious.
When you think about it, his is just a Mickey take of Christian Bale's one.
But he's Will Arnett, so he can get away with it. He's hilarious.
He doesn't. He's pretty good at his voice as well. He doesn't sound like
Lego Batman movie was fantastic.
It was a good Batman movie. The relationship of Batman and the Joker
Yeah.
was fully thought out. And what other Batman film has the Condiment King in?
Exactly.
Ben Affleck, number 5.
Can't pass comment, never seen him in anything.
See, I would put him possibly even at number 1.
Oh my God.
See, should we just, then it's got Adam West, Christian Bale, and then Michael Keaton. So top 3.
Is Val Kilmer not even on that list?
That's
Oh my God, have they left out Val Kilmer?
No, Val Kilmer is... Oh, wow, okay. Ben Affleck, then Val Kilmer.
Okay.
Cal Vilmer.
I would say top 3, no particular order, Christian Bale, Adam West, and Probably Ben Affleck at the minute.
See, I don't rate Christian Bale at all in that role.
He's a good method actor.
Have you seen him in his recent role as Dick Cheney?
Hasn't he lost loads of weight again? Or
No, he's gained lots of weight, shaved his head, and he looks exactly like an 80-year-old Dick Cheney.
that's good, isn't it?
It's terrifying when you think about what he looked like in The Machinist or The Mechanist or whatever it is.
That was in between Batman films as well.
Yeah.
So bulky, skinny, bulky.
It's really not healthy.
That's really not. Yes, I agree. Why don't you? What is it about? Did you see Batman Begins?
I didn't know.
So you're saying
I've
you
not
didn't
seen
see like? Oh, my head. The Christian Bale trilogy of Batman films is pretty much what started off this current wave of superhero films that we're on.
Yeah, I've seen about 20 minutes of one of them, and
This
it's terrible.
you don't have to like the Beatles to know they're influential, right?
I like
You
the
agree?
Beatles.
Well, you're a hipster. Of course you like the Beatles.
Everyone likes the Beatles.
I don't like the Beatles.
But Paul, you can respect them for the influence they've had on everyone else, right?
Yeah, it's the same as Elvis Presley.
Okay.
I don't like Elvis
Oh,
Presley.
well.
Like, by today's standards, he
So-
would be a cruise ship singer.
But so you're saying you, from this Batman trilogy, I am stating you were just like, don't know why people like it.
No, it's just that I don't like it.
Okay. Okay.
I understand why people like it. It's dark, it's gritty, it's got a sense of realism, but it just wasn't for me. Like, I just didn't. Yeah.
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 Okay.
Like,
Okay.
it just felt like Gary Oldman wasn't as good as Gary Oldman can be.
I loved Gary Oldman in those films.
Yeah.
Those films pretty much got me. I dabbled in comic books when I was a little kid, and then watching those films, I was like, yeah, I remember this stuff. Let's go back into them. And it just saddens me that they didn't have the same effect on you.
No, it's just, yeah. So who would your choice for the new Batman be if it wasn't Jake Gyllenhaal?
I'm sad because all this talk about Ben Affleck leaving, I think he's just hit his stride, like
Like I
in
said,
this Justice League film.
I may even rate him as my top Batman. Like,
Yeah,
I'm all about Batfleck.
he's more stockier than a usual Batman would be, but I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
He seems,
and you got the synthetic voice changer, which
yeah.
makes sense as opposed to just going, "I'm Batman."
He didn't. That was actually a good touch.
Yeah.
In the posters, he was wearing the rubbish little goggles over his mask, but they only showed that in like 2 scenes, so I was happy with that as well.
Yeah, they were just driving glasses.
Yeah, of course. Do you not have your?
He's getting old.
Well, it depends what avenue they want to go down with Batman. Whether or not,
Nicolas Cage.
well, whether they want to make him.
Good Cage or bad Cage?
I tell you, Nicolas Cage as Big Daddy was a great Batman.
Yeah, he was. This is where I would like to just announce that I will be doing Year of the Cage starting next year. Each week I will be watching another Nicolas Cage film and
Reviewing it for
reviewing.
UpsideDownShark.com.
Yep. So there'll be a separate feed of just Year of the Cage.
Yep.
It will be Too Much Craig and the Year of the Cage. So that's what we're going to call
Oh
it.
man.
And we'll see where each film
And
rates on the Cage gauge.
You will have to Cage gauge, and it's going to be fun. I'm not sure whether because I've seen other people do this and burn out.
I don't
And
think so.
Are you just watching them sporadically, or are you
No,
watching them in chronological
so
order?
It's funny. A year and a half ago, I had this idea. I wrote a script for like an intro video and everything. I
Okay.
did 52 films in order. You know, I even picked out Halloween ones in the month of October.
Fair.
And I've had this all planned out and ready to go. But I think now is the right time.
No, it's the
Good
time.
stuff.
Other people have done this and burnt out. Like literally, there's been 2 blogs I've seen, and they just stop posting. Just full stop.
You're
No.
stronger than them.
I do like Nicolas Cage. He rates highly on.
Despite all my rage, I am still just Nicolas Cage.
Do you think he says that in the mirror?
Oh, I'm sure he says worse than that in the mirror.
For a new Batman, I think it's hard. Why don't they go full hog with Joseph Gordon-Levitt? Because at the end of the Dark Knight trilogy, he is Robin,
There's worse
He
ideas.
is.
and the last scene is just him like elevatoring up
Yeah,
to
but
the
that
Batcave.
his natural progression would be to Nightwing then.
But it doesn't really
Doesn't
matter.
See, if they could, if they wanted to. It would also, to some extent, save
That was me taking a big gulp.
Suicide Squad.
Save Suicide Squad.
Yeah,
Make Suicide Squad great again.
well, watchable.
They're gonna make a number 2 of that.
Yeah.
Aren't they?
Yeah, I made a lot of money.
Yeah, no.
over
If they
season,
did
I
the
think.
if they went down the, is it Death of the Family or Death in the Family?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, both are the same storyline.
Yeah,
Mhm.
where the Joker's come back from having his face cut off, which means
Gruesome.
you could get somebody to basically play a more twisted version of Heath Ledger's Joker, because the Death of the Family is the darkest Joker there has been in the comics.
In the mechanic costume
Yep, in the
with his old face.
with his twisted face stapled back onto his head, which means you could, you could get Mark Hamill.
Yeah, he's probably.
Totally
I
the best
mean,
Joker of all
You
time.
could get Mark Hamill to play the Joker,
Mhm.
and then you have Joseph Gordon-Levitt play Nightwing.
Okay.
Obviously, you'd have to cast Damian Wayne.
This is some really out there casting now.
Yeah, but then you have Jared Leto
Okay.
as becomes Red Hood,
Red Hood Joker.
Kid Joker,
Mm-hmm.
Baby Joker.
because then
Baby
that saves Suicide Squad as he's
BJ.
not actually Joker.
Okay. But I don't think
He's
they.
Jason Todd.
Being nerdy as we are, I don't think they've thought about these sort of things at
No.
all. Where
But
we,
if they're listening, if Warner Brothers are listening,
yep, we're available.
I will write this for you.
It's just the Robin suit with the ha 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 on it in Batman vs Superman,
and everything lines up with Jared Leto being Jason Todd.
but they just not going to mention it ever. I
Yeah.
don't think so.
No, like the silver grill on his teeth where they've been knocked out with a crowbar.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that makes sense.
Everything lines up. Like
You've thought about
he's
this
got the
more than
scars
they
on
have.
his shoulders with it line up with the bullet holes. As far as I'm concerned, Jared Leto is Jason Todd,
Which is one of my favourites, Red Hood.
so he could come back as Jason Todd, become the Red Hood.
I don't think I want to see Red Hood become one of my favourite superheroes, but that's just me.
Yeah. Did you stay for after the credits for
Yeah.
Justice League
All the way.
to the end?
End, yep.
Yep.
Why is that?
I was going to say, what did you think of Deathstroke?
He looked alright.
Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert.
He was alright. Yeah, I have no problem with like that snippet. Is he going to be in the standalone Batman film, or is he going to be in
Don't know.
Justice League 2?
Meanwhile, at the Legion of Doom.
I was okay with it. Yeah, it was a good teaser.
Yeah. I mean, his costume was basically comic book.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Well, it's because
it was when he took his helmet off.
what, his eye?
His entire face.
He just looks that way. That's
He just
a
looked
poor
like
guy.
an albino.
That's not very
I
nice.
think
to
he's going
say.
for an older look. Like, Ben Affleck is the older Batman.
Yeah, but
isn't
he was really pale and had a white beard and white hair and was a proper albino looking.
You haven't seen Arrow, have you?
No.
They do a good Slade Wilson in that.
Okay.
Like, he's pretty good. The actor
Yeah.
who plays him in that. So, I would recommend that if you like some Deathstroke.
I've actually never seen any of the DC series
Oh, okay.
except Supergirl.
They were doing this big, huge crossover
Mm.
where the Flash is getting married, and because they have all the different Earths and DC Legends of Tomorrows are from different universes and times and stuff. What came up on one of the actors' Twitter feeds, a trailer for the new the crossover.
Right.
The Flash is getting married, then all of the sudden, Nazis invade the wedding, and then
Huh.
Of course they do.
the bride is like, "Why did Nazis just invade our wedding?" I
What
think
else are they
one of
gonna
them
do?
say, "Well, there's 52 different universes we know of," and then one of them goes, "Well, there's a 53rd one, Universe X."
Yeah, I think
And-
I've seen this.
And
trailer.
this is X is the one where Nazis won the World War, and it's
So Wolfenstein.
ruled by Nazis. So the
Is it-
superheroes got to go to
It-
this
It's
universe.
basically Bizarro World, isn't it?
It's the trailer made me laugh more than take it seriously. It
Yeah.
is hilarious.
Okay.
How did we get up to this? Oh, Deathstroke.
Oh, yeah.
Arrow.
Yeah.
Deadpool.
Watch it. Almost.
Slade Wilson.
Ryan
Wilson.
Reynolds would be a good Batman.
He would.
He would, but
I was just thinking as well. Ben Affleck, Daredevil, now Batman. Chris Evans, Storm guy, Firestorm, and then he's Captain
Yeah.
America. Is there any others?
well, Ryan Reynolds, Green Lantern,
Green Lantern, Deadpool.
and what was his character's name in Blade?
Wesley Snipes.
Yeah, that's the guy. Triple H.
Triple H.
Oh yeah, he calls him a. Tom, would you like to?
What?
The Ryan Reynolds quote from Blade 3.
Oh God, I don't know. I've never seen it.
You've never seen Blade 3?
I haven't seen Blade 1.
Oh, jeez. Blade 3 is funny because Triple H does the pedigree on someone. He does.
He straight up.
He does. And Triple H looks really jacked in that film as well for some reason.
Because he is.
I can't think of anyone who would be Batman off the
I
top
can.
of my head. Go on him.
Oh God.
Scroobius Pip.
No. I just saw the quote that Triple H or Ryan Reynolds apparently says in that
Ryan
film, and
Reynolds.
I am not going to repeat that because Craig will have to censor it
Oh, okay.
all out. In all seriousness,
CJTC.
one
Yeah.
of the most interesting character choices they could go with, and it would be interesting. I don't think they'll ever do it. Steve Buscemi as Batman.
Maybe as the Riddler.
This is where the conversation is taking a turn for the worst.
Oh, why?
Nicolas Cage in the Superman costume. You seen that?
Yeah, it's weird.
It
He's got
is.
like long Grebo hair.
That Tim Burton would be a weird Superman.
Yeah, I kind of wish it all came about.
If you're gonna go there, why not just make John Cena Batman?
Not bad, shit.
He'd be Bane, I think.
He's already Superman,
Yay!
isn't he?
Super Cena. Roman
That's
Reigns.
Cesaro.
What?
Cesaro.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he's the Swiss Superman.
So I think that's it. After Steve Buscemi got called.
Oh, all right then. The old Steve Buscemi card kills any conversation.
Before we go, it was Thanksgiving in America.
Yes.
I'm thankful for the glorious friends I have in my life.
Aw.
What are you thankful for, you two?
I'm thankful that as of this moment right now, we have cracked 200 likes on Facebook.
Oh, is that what you're doing on your phone?
So thank you, everybody.
Less than 1 penny a like.
Thank you, everybody, for liking us. I hope you're enjoying the show. And stick around. There'll be plenty more to come in the future.
What are you thankful for, Mr. Allgood Paulwood? You must be thankful for something. I wouldn't say you're cynical, but, you know...
He's thankful that this is nearly over.
Probably. It's Friday night. I just want to go to bed, have a cheeky tug and fall asleep.
Cry myself to sleep. Oh, no, that's someone else we know.
The thing is, right. Tell me what you're thankful for, Paul. It can be anything. Good health, karate,
Yeah, I'm sort of thankful everything's.
Ticking along.
the world's still not ended yet.
Tickety-boo.
Yeah. We're still here, aren't we?
Yeah, mate.
See, I'm thankful that
Okay.
we will probably see the end of the world at this rate. That's a pretty cool thing, isn't it? We'll see. We'll go out with the world.
Go out with a bang.
Yeah, exactly. A literal bang. And
Okay.
on that note, I think we are going out on a literal bang today. So
Okay.
thank you very much, guys, for sticking around and having a little old chinwag.
Simpsons quote. It was the best of times.
It was the blurst of times.
Okay.
That was the obvious one. I was trying to think of something more original, but we'll work on it.
Vin Diesel, Fast Furious. Paul, you got anything to add before the end of the
Yeah. Tyrese is still.
Sorry.
Is he back in the film now? I think he is now.
I don't want this to be another Star Wars thing, so I can say Tyrese is definitely in Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Confirmed.
There we go.
And on that note, I have been Tom.
I've been Craig.
I think you have.
Okay.
And I am still Paul.
Good to know. And we have been Upside Down Shark Radio. Cheers, guys.
Yeah. Woo!